couldn't believe it. I was assuming he was making a play, and then everything just stopped, and he'd folded.
Well, his confidence here really is shaken if he's throwing hands away like Queen 6 on the button.
And Torben folds a 5-10. And so it's become a fold-a-thon.
Yeah, they really needed to practice the heads-up play for this sort of situation, Mike, to be honest with you. And you can do on the Bet24 website.
Peter now on the button. King, Queen.
Peter. Go on.
He calls.
Trying a little tricky play with that King, Queen. He'll know it's a good hand.
Top.
This situation is very good, obviously.
Torben coming back and betting.
Yeah, changing tactics a little bit, Torben.
5, raise 3. Call.
Peter calls.
Fortunately for Torben, he hasn't got the best hand. He's tried to play, but he hasn't got cards that Peter will have, so that might work in his favour.
Well, ace, 9, and 3.
Was he brave enough to represent here?
Looks at Peter.
It's like saying to him, take my money, isn't it?
Yeah, says I haven't hit it.
Please take my money.
Good.
Peter bets.
6,000.
And Torben will fold.
I think you're safe predicting that one, Mike.
Here's the look. Nope, didn't hit it. I tried.
Yeah, but he could have represented that ace, and Peter had believed him for the ace, I think, in that situation. So raised off the button.
They're still fairly even, as you see. Torben just in front of Peter. One big heads-up hand, one all in, and all could change. Torben, 10-6. Use it.
Torben first to speak. Bet. Total bet 6, raise 4.
And Peter, Jack
Peter.
6.
Call. Call.
Calls.
Well, at least Torben's brought it in with a raise from the button this time.
Pair of 10s
Peter
for
first
Torben.
He's got rewarded for his bravery.
Torben.
Second pair.
Peter checks. Torben bets.
10,000.
Yeah, he's got a pretty strong hand.
Bets 10,000.
Any pair that you manage to flop heads up is quite good.
Peter.
Peter folds. Well played, Torben.
Yeah, got rewarded for that raise on the button, didn't he? And now he wants to keep the pressure on, you know, Peter every time he's got the button. I think Larsy's bemused by that tray of money, you know. I think that's what's caught his eye.
I guess that's the drool coming out of the side of his mouth. 3-8 for Peter.
Peter first speak.
Folds. Torben. Queen 10.
Torben first speak. Bet. Raise. Total 6.
Bumps it up to 6,000. Peter Davidson.
Peter.
Folds the 5 and the 8.
Well, Torben's starting to look across at Peter now. He's picking up a few ideas.
And Torben, who's got a King 7.
Starting to watch Peter look at his cards rather than his own.
Raise.
Well, it's good raising hand, Torben.
Total bet 7. Raise 5.
Well, there's a little beguiling for Peter Davidson. But I don't think he'll like him where he's sitting, but we'll see.
Go on.
He calls with the 5-8. Both players with 2 hearts, so a nice heart flop would be interesting.
Yeah, Peter Davidson doesn't understand heads-up play. Suits mean little, high cards mean a lot, but we'll see what happens.
And there's a 5 for Peter and a King for Torben. Bottom pair for Peter, top pair for Corbin. Torben.
Corbin Bernstein, where are we on? Torben.
10,000.
Now what's Peter going to read into this? He's flopped a pair.
Torben raised before the flop. He's bet the flop.
Raise.
And Peter Davidson's going to come back with a re-raise.
Well, be a test for Torben, this one.
Raise 20, total bit 30.
It's a brave play from Peter, but you can't lay down top pair and ends up playing. Not in this situation, Torben.
Let's see if he understands that. All in.
Goes,
He
yeah.
does.
Good play, Torben. Well done.
So Peter re-raises and Torben goes all in.
Peter's tried to play. It hasn't worked.
Now can he back off it?
Well, he'll have to extract himself now, because if he thought that Torben was on some type of play beforehand, it's now a foregone conclusion that he's not. He's got one of those cards. It's probably better than 5-8. But why did Peter get into this position with his 5-8? That's what I don't understand. He won't raise on the button with like 9 6s and stuff like that, 10 6s. Now he plays off the button with a 5-8 and gets into trouble. It escapes me at the moment, but we'll leave it with Peter for a big decision.
And he folds.
Yeah.
That was inevitable, but it's going to put Torben Lukkegaard into a big chip lead, 134,000 and change. So he's basically a little bit better than Peter was when they started this heads up. Positions have been reversed.
Yeah. Got a little bit lucky to hit the cards, but Peter's put himself into the trap, hasn't he? Amazing.
Yeah, he really hasn't played the heads up at all. I mean, he hasn't played the game heads. He's just sitting there and moving the cards around.
Yeah, the cards are dictating.
Torben's doing a little bit more playing. And that's all it takes, heads up. Slow plays it. Ace-9 for Torben.
Raise.
And Torben's going to raise.
10,000.
Well, both of these are very playable hands, heads up. Peter's got the advantage of the button.
Peter.
But how's he going to play it?
Re-raise.
Was that you saying that or him?
No, he calls. That was me saying that.
I thought so, yeah.
He called.
He's not that confident.
And here comes the flop.
See what this brings for them.
Well, there's a 9 for Torben and a pair of 6s on the table.
Yeah, he's flopped 2 pair. 9s and 6s, ace kicker.
All in.
All in.
All in.
If only just...
And Peter looks up, huh?
Yeah.
That caught him by surprise.
I suppose it's a reasonable play, but he could have let one come off and see if he could trap Peter with, on a bluff. Or, just checked and see if Peter bluffed it, then moved all in behind him.
All or nothing for Peter. And he folds.
Once again, Peter looks up. Look, you can see the look of despondency in his eyes there again.
It's a couple of times now Torben has sort of jumped the gun on the all-ins.
Yeah, but he's starting to batter Peter, and he's getting to the stage where he, if he starts making plays on Peter now, he can set Peter in. Look at this. Watch this. There we go. Look at this. I mean, how do you become a pro player doing this?
Small people.
Maybe he doesn't realise he's doing it.
Button has moved in front of Torben on the 50th hand. 8-9.
Torben.
He folds it. Peter had a 9-10.
That lucky hat will be for sale, I think, if he loses this one, Mike. Start the bid on eBay at, I think, a cent.
At 150,000 euros.
Yeah, I think a cent will buy it. Something for the slat to keep in.
Something for the slappers?
Something for the cat to sleep in.
That would be nice. That's a good idea.
Well, the cat sleeping in. I can see.
Yeah, make a nice little kitty litter.
Kitty litter. A bit rough on Peter now. Will he's off. Let his cards do the talking of it.
And he's got pocket 8s.
Nice hand ends up.
Raise.
He's going to bring it in with a raise.
Total bit 11,000.
All in.
All in from Torben. What does he have?
He's gonna, ace 4.
Well, and Peter's going to call him.
Yeah, he'll call him with a pair. He's not going to let it go a pair. Pairs usually favourite heads up.
And it will be the favorite. Quite a substantial favorite, too.
Yeah.
So it's all or nothing for Peter Davidson and all or virtually nothing for Torben. No, well, actually, that's an exaggeration, but their positions will reverse. But Peter Davidson could be eliminated, and Torben Lukkegaard could be the Nordic Poker King.
35,800.
If Torben gets lucky. Otherwise, their positions will reverse, and Peter will have the commanding chip lead. For a 70-30 favorite, he doesn't look very confident.
No. He's made his bed now. He's got to lie in it.
Baron von Voss.
Big smile from the Foss maker behind.
From Slosh Foss in somewhere high on the Rhine River. Here we go.
So, is it going to end now, or do we go on? Let's see.
Showdown, pocket eights, ace four, and there's
it's
an ace. And a straight draw.
And as Peter's...
And Peter Davidson's trip to the Nordic Poker King title is just taken a detour.
Yeah, as Peter Davidson's luck finally run out. Let's see.
Torben with a pair of aces and the straight draw with the 3. Peter with pocket eights. Here comes the turn.
Well,
There's
it's
a pair of fives on the board.
Yeah, it's looking very grim for Peter Davidson now. Looks like the luck has finally left the man.
Here it is, one card now to save Peter Davidson. One card away from being the champion is Torben Lukkegaard, the engineer on the Copenhagen Metro.
And the first man to qualify for this event.
Won the very first month, a year ago.
Here it is.
It's a 3, and Torben Lukkegaard has hit the straight and won the Nordic Poker King. He is the champion.
Against all the odds, against the pro player, Peter Davidson.
He came in at a huge chip advantage into the heads up, and Torben Lukkegaard is the champion.
Jeg var heldig til sidst, synes jeg. Jeg fik super gode kort i vores heads up. Peter, synes jeg, fra start af, da jeg har siddet og set programmerne, spillede rigtig godt, og jeg havde meget respekt for ham. Nøglehænderne ved finalebordet, den ene må være, da jeg spiller mod Geir, og han er all in, og jeg caller. Og jeg sidder bare og håber på, at det sidste kort ikke bliver et S, og det blev så et S, og der var jeg sådan lige, men så havde jeg jo så flossen. Så. Og det var den ene nøglehånd. Den anden nøglehånd, det var da jeg smed en stor del af min chips væk til Peter på min knækkonge. Og så for mig nøglehænderne, det var først da jeg sad heads up med Peter.
Torben Lukkegaard, who qualified online a year ago and won the first monthly title, has beaten a poker professional, Peter Davidson.
Ja, den forløb sådan, at jeg synes ikke, jeg fik nogen kort, først og fremmest. Og så når jeg endelig fik nogen, eller prøvede at lave en move, så kaldte han. Og på floppet kunne jeg ikke gøre noget. Når jeg endelig prøvede at lave noget, så kom han over toppen og gik all in, ikke? Og jeg kunne ikke... Jeg havde svært ved at syne på den ene gang med kongen 10, og floppet kom 3-3 blank eller et eller andet. Så han har også lige fortalt mig, at han fik rigtig gode kort heads up. Så. Men måske kunne jeg tage det lidt mere med ro. Altså blindsene var jo stadigvæk ikke specielt høje, så måske har jeg skudt mig selv lidt i foden. Forestil dig, at hver eneste gang du prøver at lave noget, så sidder han bare og kalder og laver noget bagefter, ikke? Altså det er ligesom... Det er jo hovedmåden mod, ikke? Altså han bliver bare ved med at... Og når du ikke har noget, ikke? Altså, så kan du ligesom ikke gøre noget, og så er det klart, så får man respekt for det, og til sidst så var det måske ham, der kom til at køre forløbet. Jeg havde en kæmpe chip lead, ikke? Og normalt så, altså jeg er jo kæmpe favorit til at vinde det der, og derfor er det også rigtig surt i øjeblikket.
It's probably the biggest moment in his poker career.
Stina hands him the flowers, gets the kiss, and confetti is falling from the ceiling as the other contestants have come in with champagne to congratulate Torben Lukkegaard. Very, very well played.
Yeah, what a fantastic victory for Torben Lukkegaard. First man to qualify, and now he's going away with the best prize of all, the grand final prize of 150,000.
Min nyfødte søn, han får med garanti en god børneopsparing, og så skal min kæreste også få gæld.
He is the champion. So that's it. After a full year of poker, Torben Lukkegaard is the Bet24 Nordic Poker King. It's been a fantastic year, and for everybody here at the Nordic Poker King and for the poker professor, Pete Singleton, well, we hope to see you next season for the Poker Professor's Revenge. I'm Mike Carlson, and thanks for watching the Bet24 Nordic Poker King.